Shalom. Before I begin this video, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rachak. Also as well, double honors to the apostles and the others of Great Millstone. They continue to rule very well to this very day. That is feeding the flock through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai. And also as well, shalom to the hopefully elect. Let's continue to labor in his work and also do labor to show forth your diligence to make your calling and election sure in faith, in truth and sincerity, and also in all charity. All right. And the topic of this video is going to be entitled America, the Pandemonium. All right. In which, that word, jumped out to me today, the word pandemonium. And, spirit jumped on me to go look up that particular word, pandemonium. And, basically, just to break down the word, just to give a simple definition, because I'm going to bring this out in a minute. But the simple definition of the word pandemonium, you would think that that when you look at the definition of pandemonium, it means an uproar, of people who are either excited or angry. But it also means, or should I say, it means a chaotic situation. All right. But when you go into the origin of that word pandemonium, it really goes back to the Greeks. All right, that word pandemonium. Okay, and if I may, I'm gonna go ahead and bring out the definition. Slack. Okay, so this is a definition in the etymon, or the etymology of the word pandemonium. And like I said, this word pandemonium goes right along with this place that we currently reside in today, in which that place, which I'm speaking of, is Babylon the Great, in which is America. All right, because America is indeed recorded in the Bible. All right, it's known as Babylon the Great. Okay, or the virgin daughter of Babylon. All right, so when you read the definition of pandemonium, right, it says pandemonium in Paradise Lost. See, Paradise Lost, which it brings me back to the precept, because in the book of Joel it speaks about the missiles. All right, because the missiles are indeed within the Bible. All right, it was written about within the Bible. Okay, because these words that we read about, all right, which is out of the Holy Scriptures, right, King James 16:11. All right, the words that we speak upon, these things are tied to what's taking place today. The things that are written within the Scriptures. This time that we live in today, 2022, it's not excluded from that. Okay. Pursuant to the book of Romans, I believe it's the 15th chapter, it says the things that are written aforetime were written for our learning. Okay. And the things that are written before time also were written for this time today. Okay. So going back into this definition, it says Paradise Lost. All right. Now, I was mentioning the book of Joel, the 2nd chapter, what speaks about the missiles. It says before them it's the Garden of Eden, and behind them is a desolate wilderness. Okay. And that word Eden goes back to the Hebrew word Idan, which means paradise. Okay. So before them, like it's written in the book of Joel, at least the 2nd and 3rd chapter, it says that before them is the Garden of Eden. So before them is that paradise. Okay. But after them, right, after the missiles have done what they've been created to do, then it'll be reduced, or this place would be reduced to a desert wasteland. Okay. So like it says here, Paradise Lost. It says now they got it written here, based on Greek mythology, which hell is also included in that. Hell is also a part of that Greek mythology. All right. And just to throw a little nugget in that the mythology concerning hell, it was incorporated within the belief in the Bible, and that's where you get the Roman Catholic era. Okay, when a lot of mythology, a lot of paganism was mixed into Christianity. All right, the true Christianity. All right, which Christianity just means that you're a follower of the anointed. Okay, reading on, it says, so I'm gonna read the rest of this definition. Like I said, it's based off Greek mythology. It says the name of the palace built in the middle of hell, and we already know that's made up. The high capital of Satan and all his peers, and the abode of all the demons. Okay, and that's what they got here for Pandemonium. All right, but in a sense, it is true. I'm not talking about in the sense that there's actually a place, deep down in the ground called hell, and Satan and all his, buddies, his minions are just plotting. No, man. What I mean by that is how this applies is that, this Satan, when you go into the word Satan, it means adversary. Okay. And our main adversary, all right, the adversary towards the Israelites, your so-called Negroes, Hispanics, Native Americans, your adversary is Esau, Edom, which is the true biblical nationality of the so-called white man. All right. And that's why he's also known as Satan. All right. The adversary. Okay. And guess what? This place, America, is his capital. Okay. The scriptures refer to this place also as well as Basra. Okay. So this capital city, all right, and all the peers of this man, right, the ones who are in league with him, okay, guess what? They're going to be destroyed. Okay. Hence Pandemonium. Okay. But if you read on, it says a transfer sense, which is what it means today, is a place of uproar and disorder. And of course, America is definitely included in that. Okay, because everything about this place is filled with disorder. Okay, which is the opposite of order. Okay, but let me get it here too. I had it pulled up. Let me see if I can get it again. This is in the Merriam-Webster dictionary. It says a wild uproar. Okay, like I mentioned earlier, right? But also right here, it says a chaotic situation. Okay, so that's what is going to happen in the near future as well. There's going to be a chaotic situation. All right, now, what's going to cause that chaotic situation? What's going to cause that great confusion? All right, the plagues. Okay, in which the plague, which is going to end this place permanently, is going to be the missiles. All right, which is written about in the book of Zechariah, the 14th chapter. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and hop to the precepts I have here. First, I'm gonna grab 2nd Ezra chapter 9. I'm gonna start at verse 9. It says, "Then shall they be in pitiful case, which now have abused my ways, and they that have cast them away despitefully shall dwell in torments." Right. So now these people, all right, including Esau, Edom, okay, which is again our main adversary, he's going to be in pitiful case, and he's already in pitiful case. All right, and the rest of the people that are here, they're also in pitiful case. Okay, why? Because they abused the ways of Yahweh Shemel Shai, and are now abiding by their own ways of living. Okay, in complete and open rebellion against Yahweh Shemel Shai. Okay. Let me hop to the next precept. The book of Amos, chapter 5, and Slacky. See if I can get it again. All right, Amos chapter 5, verse 18. It says, "Woe unto you that desire the day of the Lord. To what end is it for you? The day of the Lord is darkness and not light." Okay, So, you got people that's inquiring and desiring the day of the Lord, but not knowing that the day of the Lord, that's a day of judgment. All right. That's a day of the Lord giving everyone's just reward. Okay. Whether it's good or whether it's evil, pursuant to the book of Ecclesiastes, the 12th chapter. Okay. But it says that day of the Lord is darkness and not light. Right. It's judgments are going out during that time. Okay. Because the Lord, when he comes back, he's going to establish his authority on the earth, man. Okay. Verse 19, it says, as if a man did flee from a lion and a bear met him, or went to the house and leaned his hand on the wall and the serpent bit him. All right. See, there's no escape. All right. And during this time, like I said, it's going to be nothing but complete confusion. Okay. People, that's why it says the day of the Lord is going to be as a thief in the night. All right. Or his return is going to be him returning as a thief. Okay. Catching everyone unawares and off guard. Okay. And this place, which is known as the place of confusion, which hence the name Babylon the Great, right? Which the word Babylon goes back to the Hebrew word Babal, which means confusion, right? So this place of confusion is going to get that same reward, okay? Confusion is going to be met with confusion, okay? So I believe that's. I'm going to continue on verse 20. It says, shall not the day of the Lord, Yahweh Bashmel, shall be darkness and not light, even very dark and no brightness in it. All right. So I'm going to grab one last precept. That's the book of Luke, chapter 21. And start at verse 25. It says, and there shall be signs in the sun and in the moon and in the stars, and upon the earth distress of nations, with perplexity, the sea and the waves roaring. Okay. And you're seeing that happening right now, the distress of nations. Okay. Why? Because there's an uproar going on, concerning, Russia and China and the rest. Okay. And including Iran. It's a big uproar going on right now concerning these big superpowers, man. Okay. And also as well, certain things taking place on the earth. These things are causing uproars, man. All right. And our Lord Yahweh Shai told us of these things in the past. Okay. And now you're seeing it play out. So reading on verse 26, it says, men's hearts failing them for fear, and for looking after those things which are coming on the earth, for the powers of heaven shall be shaken. And then shall they see the Son of Man coming in a cloud with power and great glory. See that? So in that time, he said, men's hearts failing them for fear. That's heart attacks, man. Okay? A cardiac arrest. All right? And it says the powers of the heavens are going to be shaken, man. Okay? So the powers of the heavens are going to be shaken. Okay? And that's talking about your top banking families, of the Edomites, starting with the Rothschilds. Okay. And also as well, not only that, but just this whole kingdom in general. Okay. America, all right, the whole earth is going to be reeling to and fro. Okay. And you about to see some heavy damage that's coming towards this land, man. All right, that's why the scripture says it's going to be reduced to a desert wasteland. All right, like I quoted earlier, in the book of Joel, the 2nd chapter or the 3rd chapter, where it says, before the missiles are as the Garden of Eden, and after them a desolate wilderness. Okay, but I'm gonna go ahead and end off on that note. Lord's will is edifying to the elect of the nation of Israel. Until next time, once again, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Shai, Ba'ashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of great millstone everywhere to this day. And shalom, peace and safety, salutations to the hopefully elect. That's continuing to labor in his work, and also labor to show forth your diligence to make a call and election sure, and faith and truth, sincerity, and also opportunity. And with that, this is shalom.